Welcome back to It Takes a Universe. I'm Ashley, and today we are going to be going over some commonly used terms found in commercial and theatrical Slate instructions. This will also translate to in the room, so when they're doing it to you, you know exactly what's going on. So let's get into it. So let's talk about the basic two framing terms: horizontal and vertical. 99.99% of tapes will ask you to film it horizontal, just like this video is set, just like the horizon, like a hot dog horizontal, long ways. 99% of the videos will ask for this. If there is explicit direction for vertical, like a TikTok video, a reel, a YouTube short, then go ahead and do so. But always film it in horizontal framing unless the casting director specifically asks for vertical. So let's get into framing, the most common framing that you will find in commercial auditions that sometimes overlap with theatrical. So the first one is a close-up. This one you can think of a photo ID kind of framing. They want it from the shoulders up. And pro tip, you never want to have too much headspace. So you want to make sure that frame is just sitting slightly above your head and then right at the shoulders for that close-up. A mid shot. This is typically after you slate and you go into the action for a commercial. This is typically the framing they want you to have. A mid shot is the middle of your body, which is your waist. So they want this from the waist up. So you'll either see it as mid shot or waist up. So again, just slightly above the head and right at that, little button of your pants. You can think just right at your waistline. A mid-thigh shot or 3/4 shot, sometimes they'll say. This one is used less commonly, but it is still used. And for this one, again, just slightly above the head, and then you want it in the middle of your thigh. So right above the knee, but below the hip. They kind of just want to see you, usually when they want this shot, you're actually doing like an action, and they just want to see like, oh, you can put a beach ball in the trunk of a car, or you are going grocery shopping. They just want to see the actual shot that they will be shooting on set. So usually they use that 3/4 mid-thigh shot for action. Profiles. This is almost in 50% of commercial Slate instructions. So you want to, of course, start staring into camera, a nice smile, and then look to the right wall, nice little friendly look in between, and look to the left wall, and then look back to camera. If you have longer hair, you want to make sure that you are putting that behind your ear to ensure that they can see your face. A 3/4 profile shot. So instead of looking directly at the wall to your right or directly at the wall to your left, you're actually gonna have your chest open up to the right corner of the room in front of you. So it's a 3/4 profile. And then again, nice little look to camera, and then a 3/4 profile to the left of the left corner of the room in front of you. My little tip when I am doing profiles, I always like to look right back into camera in between the profiles just to give a nice little smirk or a nice little friendly look. Like, watch the difference. So if I don't do it, right? So profile, whatever. But if you add a little look in between, I think that will help your slate. I do it in mine, it helps me book. Add that in between, so. You see the difference? You see the difference? A little charisma, a little pizzazz. So yeah, that's my personal tip, is just adding a quick little friendly look in between your profiles. Another tip is to always make sure that you are coming back to facing the camera. So if you're doing profiles, right, we're not starting in a profile. You want to make sure you are starting facing the camera and you end facing the camera. So again, profiles facing camera. We do the profile. Friendly look in between. We do the profile, we do not end here, we go right back to camera again. And then cut or do the next instruction. Hands, when they say show me your hands, you're like, what? the heck is going on here? So for this one, you want to show your hands close together and you're going to cover your face. So 1 Mississippi, and then flip to see the palms, 1 Mississippi. They're just seeing that you have your digits, if there's any tattoos, if you have any scarring, because you might be holding a product that you're selling. So they want to make sure they see your hand. So it's very quick. It's just 1 Mississippi, 1 Mississippi, and down. Full body shot, every actor's least favorite shot because of the space it requires. So of course, hey, I'm Ashley Parchment, I'm 5'9". They want to see my height, they want to see the 5'9". So again, it's going to be your head to your toes, and this one can have some head space because it's such a wide shot, but I would always recommend cropping it in whatever editing software you're using so it can just be right above the head. So a few things here. Keep it horizontal if you can. This is my tip to you. I understand maybe you may have a small space and you have to do it vertical because there's no way you can fit it horizontally. I'd recommend just taking your tripod outside of wherever you live, your apartment building, your house, and just doing it outside against like the building. Casting is understanding sometimes if you have to do a full body shot vertically, but some castings will not see your tape if it's not horizontal. True story. I will actually try to see if I can put a little audition I have that says no vertical full body. So again, top of the head to the bottom of your feet. I would recommend holding this for 7 seconds minimum. I know it's a little awkward and a little long. It will just make the editing process a little easier for you when you're editing in like your name, the full body, and the action. You just want a little longer hold so that you can then edit it down to 2 or 3 seconds. Full body 360. Now this is the same exact framing as the full body, but you are going to be moving. So they just want to see you at all angles, right? So it's similar to the full body, similar to profiles, it's all of that combined, and also you're behind. So when you're doing a full body 360, you do not want to like spin around fast, so fast that if they needed to pause the video to see a certain angle, it's so blurry. You obviously don't want to go super slow, but you do want to meet right in the middle and take your time. I recommend holding the smile the whole time. We're happy to be here. And then landing back in the position that you started facing camera. Hey guys, if you learned anything from this video, please make sure to subscribe. I work really hard on this channel to make sure that it helps anyone out there. And if you guys haven't seen the commercial terms that are in breakdowns in your contract so you know about your pay, you might want to check that out here.